Happy Sunday morning, everybody. We are back. We've been gone for like 10 days. We are back from our 7-day cruise, but we left early, went to Orlando, and we had the best time. We had such a good time. They say we got some rough weather moving in between now and 3 o'clock today, so Herminator's going to be on the lookout. All right, my mind is neutralized. I feel good. Oh, I feel good. Like I knew that I would now. So, we'll talk about my vacation later on, but we're going to get right to that Xfinity race yesterday in Martinsville. So we land yesterday at about 5 o'clock and check my phone, look at everything, and all hell's breaking loose. Sammy Smith in the 8 car turned it into a demolition derby. He said, if I can't win this son of a bitch, I'm just going to knock the hell out of Taylor Gray. I'm going to play like a demolition derby. I'm not even going to try to pass him. I'm just going to run in the corner so hard coming to the checker flag that I'm just going to wipe this guy out leading the race. Not even going to try to pass him. All right. Hold that thought right there. Holy hell. All broke loose. And the art of racing has been changed forever. These young kids have grown up watching Earnhardt. You know, the first thing you're going to say is Earnhardt used to do it. Hold on now. Hold on. Dale Sr., he'd knock you out of the way. Sometimes he'd spin you out. But when he hit you, he won the race. Here was the problem yesterday. We're going to get to this psychology of why these young kids just destroy each other nowadays. Don't even try to pass each other. These young drivers, they're losing respect. The older drivers, the great drivers, the mayor, Jeff Burton, he was pissed yesterday. The mayor, Jeff Burton, he called him out. Now, I know y'all don't like Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin said, if I was in that TV booth, they'd fire me because I'd call them all out. Every single NASCAR Cup driver, that's anybody, that made it to the big time, and they've won 30 to 40 Cup races, they said what they saw yesterday was the ugliest thing ever. And I would have to say it rates right there. It's probably the new ugliest thing ever. So let's go through it. All right. First of all, you can respond right here, but let's just say this. Let's say it was a 200-lap race. There was 100 caution laps and 100 green flag laps. It was a very, very ugly race. They were just wrecking each other like, what the is going on? It was like the Joker, you know, on the movies. You know the Joker when he blows up and kills like 100 people. He goes, "Are you not entertained? Are you entertained?" Martinsville was entertaining. Are you not entertained? It's crazy. So let's just say everybody's wrecking everybody all day long. It's like, oh my God, we got to go. We got a caution. And it's like every time they went green flag, it's like, hold the door. Watch this. They're going to run into each other again. They're not even going to try to pass each other. It's so strange because if I did that stuff to Tommy Ellis or Jack Ingram, they would kick my ass after the race. See, in my day, oh, here we go. Here we go. In my day, yes, in my day, the reason we couldn't get away with that is because those guys would kick my ass after the race. And then they would shame me. Shame. Hey, Wallace. Yes, sir. You want to go anywhere in this NASCAR? Yes, sir. You keep driving like that, I'm going to make sure you don't. That's the way they talk to you. Dale Sr. talked to you like that. Dave Marcus talked to you like that. Then all of a sudden, Jeff Burton became our mayor, and he would call you out. And yesterday, Jeff Burton called all those kids out. So Sammy Smith Sammy, I'm sorry, buddy, but you're gonna be shamed for a while from the greatest NASCAR drivers. And they did it right there on X. There it all is. I'm not even saying it. I'm not in trouble. You are, buddy. Sammy, you in trouble. And I know you're a great, talented race car driver. And I know my days are over. I get it. Pick on me all you want, but I still gonna say what I want to say. So you can talk about me all you want. But you deserve an ass chewing today, Sammy. Now, I love you. Pretend you're one of my kids. I'm gonna spank your ass so you remembered that day. All right? From one Xfinity driver to another. All right? Remember, I am the mayor right now. I am the mayor of the Xfinity series, so I have room to chew your ass out, Sammy. Sammy, you can't do that, even if it's for the win, even if it locks you in the playoffs. You can't do it because all the other bullies are doing it. Now you got all those cup drivers like Mark Martin. You know, I can tell you this too. Dale Jr. not too happy about it. And when you pissed Dale Jr. off, you know, he had to be a little neutral yesterday. So, in my day, they would shame you, and it would ricochet throughout the garage area. That Wallace is a dumbass. We don't like him. And they'd all, rah, rah. And it would destroy your life. You wouldn't be able to sleep. You'd be in your living room watching the fan go round because the whole garage area shamed me. So that's what's going on right now, Sammy. Slammin' Sammy's your new name. Slammin' Sammy. That was Sammy Swindell's old nickname. Slammin' Sammy Swindell. But Sammy, you can't give up your soul to make it to the playoffs. You got a long way to go yet. You're a good driver. You got a fast race car. You can certainly win one of these races. I know the rally cry is, we got to wreck people because that puts us in the playoffs. That's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. All right. So here's what happens. They got the white flag in the air, Sammy. Taylor Gray passes you, clears you, and you're going down the back straightaway. And Bobby Allison told me this. You forgot, Sammy, where you were on the racetrack. I'm going to say that one more time. Sammy, you forgot where you were on the racetrack. You were so laser on wrecking that kid that you forgot, the corner's coming up. I got to make the corner. Here's where you messed up. You didn't win the race. If you're going to wreck Taylor, you got to finish it off and you got to win the race. Did you not win the race? See, that's where Earnhardt would get us. Earnhardt would wreck us and then he'd win the race. You don't got to demolish the other driver to win the race. You can move him up the track. Go in the corner with him, go in the corner, get down in there, push him up. We've all been there. Now, if you go back to that Richmond video where I knocked the hell out of David Green getting into 3, I go in the corner and I pop David Green in the ass and I move him up the track and I get underneath him and I win the race. Now, we've all wrecked people before. I'm not perfect by any means. We're all bad people. We're all sinners. But the next time you do that, go down in that corner, lift him up in the middle of the ass like Harry Gant taught me. Harry Gant moved me at Bristol, and I didn't even know I'd been moved. Tommy Ellis. Hell, Jack Ingram. I run South Boston one night, and I popped everybody in the ass, every corner, and moved them up the track, and I passed them. Old Robert Presley saw Jack Ingram at the restaurant. Ask Robert Presley this story. Robert Presley tells him this. He said, Herman, we ran South Boston one night, and he said, you had a bad qualifying run, and Jack Ingram was behind you. I said, I remember that night. In every corner, I pop that guy in the ass, I move him up track, and I get underneath him. Jack Ingram followed me from 15th all the way up to 6th, and I cleared everybody. Pop, pass, pop, pass. And then all of a sudden, Jack Ingram popped me in the ass and moved me out of the way and went on. And Robert Presley says he walks in this restaurant and he says he hears Jack Ingram going on. And he said that Wallace moved every one of those cars out of the way for me. And then he said, when it come time, I moved him. That's the way we raced. Now, every once in a while, you mess up and you wreck somebody. But if you're going to wreck somebody for the win, you got to win the race. You didn't win the race. All right. I believe I chewed your ass out for 10 minutes. I love you, buddy. Just a lesson from now on, okay? If you're going to drive like that, you got to win the race. That's what made it look bad. You didn't win the race. 5th place, Austin Hill. 5th place, Austin Hill. In the middle of the corner, in the middle 3 and 4, clears all of you and wins the race. All right, all of you Xfinity drivers, straighten your up. You look stupid. You did. You couldn't even go green flag. All right, here's what NASCAR is going to do. From now on, okay, my message to NASCAR. You can't have a free-for-all, NASCAR, okay? You cannot have a free-for-all. Here's what I'm going to say to you. It's balls and strikes, okay? If somebody hits somebody on the last so many laps and that person spins out, the person that hit him goes to the back of the pack. That's it. The end. Earnhardt used to tell me, he goes, Herman, I like you because when I hit you, you would save it. So, it's balls and strikes. I'm telling you what I would do right now. NASCAR needs to do this. If you go down the corner and, if somebody hits you and that leader spins out, that guy goes to the back of the pack. See, they couldn't. Now, I still expect a fine coming. I still expect a fine coming to Sammy Smith because that was ugly. Nobody got fined because all the dumbasses wrecked themselves out and the guy running 5th won the race. So what I just did today is I mixed in a little bit of what I saw and the way we raced, and I'm telling you how I'd fix it, okay? The way I would fix it is I would say, all right, gentlemen, the next person that does what Davey Allison and Ricky Rudd did 30 years ago at Sears Point, we're going to do what we did back then. See? I got receipts. Remember what happened? Ricky Rudd come down, blasted Davey Allison in the ass, spun him out. And Ricky Rudd went on to win the race. But NASCAR said, nope, you don't get to win the race. They made that call that day. So from now on, since you Xfinity guys are out of hand, the teacher's got to start paddling some of you. Y'all are young. And y'all are stupid right now. So, that's the new rules. NASCAR's going to do that because I'm telling them to. We're having fun now. But that's what I want to see done. That is my fix. The next time you're coming to the checkered flag, I'm going to say it for a 3rd time. I'm repeating myself. If that 2nd place guy spins the leader out, since that leader's spun out, they both go to the back of the pack. Even if they finish under green. And then whoever was running 3rd, he's the winner of the race. So on and so forth. So I just told you everything. All right, I think I've addressed that problem. Respond right here. I'm pretty proud of my little speech today because I mixed it all in. I told you the difference between our days and your days. In our days, they'd shame you. And buddy, that's the biggest thing that Jeff Burton always talked about. You want respect in that garage area. And right now, Sammy, you go to that next race. You might have to do what Ernie Irvan did. And I'm going to leave you all with this. Ernie Irvan, in my day, he had to get up in front of the whole damn drivers meeting. And he apologized to all the drivers. So, Sammy, you do that, okay? You get up in front of the next drivers meeting, put your head down and go, guys, I'm sorry. I was a dumbass. I got so wrapped up, and if I wreck the driver to win, I get in the playoffs, and my career's complete. No, it don't work that way, guys. It don't work that way. We've all been there, Sammy. It's your turn. All right. Look up the history books. Google it, YouTube it, whatever you want. Ernie Irvan apologizing in front of the whole NASCAR Cup starting field. It might come up. At least the article will. We've seen this movie before. It's just your turn. All right, everybody. Have a great Sunday.